Alright guys, I want to talk to y'all guys about a couple of things. Talk to y'all about the stocks situation with the Switch, well with Nintendo, and of course the continuous ports that the Switch is receiving. 2018 has been a port fest for the Switch, so I'm going to talk to y'all guys about that also. But yeah, with the stocks and all that, I was very surprised that the Switch was already, a lot of people took their stocks out of Nintendo before E3. I thought a lot of this was because of the E3 situation. It just made the situation even worse. But I know some people be like, okay, what does that have to do with you? You know, the Switch is selling well, and what does that have to do with what's going on right now? But you know, all stocks is you know, basically people, they just investing their money into a company. If they feel that they can get, you know, a residual amount of income, they can get some more money. If they feel that they can invest their money into a company and the company is continuously and making profit, then people keep their stocks in there. But if they don't see a bright future with that company, if they think that, if they believe that company is going to basically go on a decline, then people take their money out, they take their stocks out. That's all it is. I'm just put it as simple as can be. That's basically what's going on. And there's a couple of things that, you know, might be a reason why people are taking their stocks out. It's the fact that, of course, look at 2018. 2018 for the Switch has been a mediocre year. You know, as for me, it really hadn't been a good year for the Switch, me personally. But as for you or people that did not own a Wii U, it could have been a fantastic year because a lot of great games that came from the Wii U over to the Switch. You know, of course, you know, you got the Hyrule Warriors, you got Bayonetta 2, is an awesome game. Captain Toad Treasure Tractor, you got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. You know, there were some really great games that came out to the Switch this year. But they're ports, you know, ports of a system that I already previously played years ago. So that's why I said that 2018 has been a meh year for me, you know, with the Nintendo Switch. But it could be different with y'all. You know, so that's one reason. Like, there's no AAA games that came out this year. I'm not going to count Kirby as a AAA game. It was a full price game. It came out at $60, and like I say, AAA budget games should cost $60, not Kirby. That's another video. But yeah, like, as far as the games that came out this year, excluding the indies, I'm gonna be real. Indies are really good for the Switch, but indies do not sell consoles. I'm gonna make that clear. Indie games do not sell consoles. There is a lot of great indie titles. Lots of great indie titles. The Switch, it still gets a lot of indies on a weekly basis. What, about 10, 15 per week, and that's great. But you don't see indies on TV. You don't see indies on billboards. You don't see indies advertised at the movie theaters. So I can't put the indies, the independent games, alongside with games that you see on TV or you see that's advertised. That's basically what I'm saying. So that's why you know, some people might have took their stocks out because there's not really you know, nothing exciting that came out this year, especially for the Wii U guys. You know, Wii U guys that already played these games, hadn't been excited. You know, a year for y'all, you know, and me as well. But if you want to go down to the end of this year, yeah, it's looking very promising. You know, of course, you got the 2 Pokemon games coming out at the tail end this year. You got Smash Brothers. It's gonna kick up in the fall. It's gonna get really good. But will Nintendo hit that 20 million by their next fiscal year? And that's in March. That's a really good question. I don't know, but coming from Nintendo, they feel very good and they really think that they can hit those numbers. You know, but if you want to look at what's going on right now, it's impossible for them to hit those numbers. You know, that's telling me that they really believe that Pokemon and Smash Brothers is going to sell at least 8 to 10 million consoles. That's going to be very interesting to watch whenever those 2 games drop. Don't get me wrong, they're very big heavy hitter games. But you know, some people actually thought that since the Nintendo Switch had a really good first year, that it was gonna transition into some big, you know, third-party titles to come to Switch. The the next year. You know, look at the fact that Nintendo basically supported their system on their own, mostly, with a lot of really big heavy hitters that came out on the Switch last year. You know, they got some, you know, a little sprinkles of third parties, and you know, they got some sprinkles of third parties this year, but they're not getting day in multi-plats, the same day multi-plats, you know, that the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC gamers get. You know, the games like Madden, Call of Duty, Anthem, you know, Battlefield. You know, these games are really, really huge, and I think it's a really big miss for Nintendo to once again not get these type of games. So only thing we do is just wait and see on the third year of Nintendo Switch. So that's probably why some people are not as excited for the Switch for the third year, because of E3. Some people want to downplay E3, and there is a lot of Switch Nintendo shields in this community and all on Twitter trying to downplay E3, thinking that E3 is not the most important gaming day of the year, in which it is. I just don't know why they still trying to downplay that. You know, E3 is about what you got now and what you got in the future, not what you got now. You know, if you want investors to keep investing into your products, you got to let them know what's down the line. You got to keep them invested, keep them informed of what's going on. If you leave them in the dark, that's why people pull their stocks out. That's why people don't want to mess with you. It's all about future. E3 is about what you got now and what you got in the future. And Nintendo, they was really focusing on now, because as far as 2018 goes, I don't really know what's going on in 2018. I mean, not 2018. I'm sorry, 2019. You know, I don't know what's going on in 2019, because Nintendo left us in the dark on the biggest gaming day, you know, in the year. So I know some people was talking about, well, you got Nintendo Directs and you got, you know, the little mini Directs and all that. Yeah, that's fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Nintendo Directs, but if you want to get your name out there, you need to be on the big stage. That is E3. That's because there is all the gaming journalists around the world is coming to Los Angeles to talk video games. They want to know what you got for us now, what you got for us later. And it seems that Nintendo don't really have anything for later. Matter of fact, some games that were supposed to come out this year got delayed to next year. You know, look at the fact that Retro Studios has been working on the project for I don't know how long, probably about six years almost. Like, it's been a long time. Matter of fact, Retro Studios, it's not looking too good over there. You know, you got this whole Pikmin 4 game that was supposed to came out years ago. I don't know what's going on with that. Nintendo left us in the dark with that. You know, you got the Yoshi game that was supposed to come out this year, it got delayed to next year. You got the Fire Emblem game that was supposed to come out this year, got delayed to next year, but we don't have no release date of next year. It's like they keep keeping us in the dark when it comes to some of these games. As far as, let's not forget Metroid Prime 4. You know, we saw a title screen in last year's E3, very excited, but did we see any gameplay for Metroid Prime 4 of this year's E3? No, they didn't. We didn't get nothing. We didn't even get a trailer of nothing. You know, you would think within a year we'd have got some type of trailer, but nothing. Like, you know, for the gamers that want to be excited for Nintendo for the year of 2019, there really wasn't no excitement. It was really mostly excitement when it comes to the Smash Brothers, because the E3 was really just a Smash Brothers E3. It was really a Smash Brothers Direct. Let's just be real with you. Let's be real. But, you know, that E3 was basically based on this year and not for the future. And that's probably why some people took their stocks out of Nintendo, because they feel that they can't trust them because they're leaving them in the dark. That's just my beliefs on how I feel about that. Alright guys, y'all give me your thoughts and your opinions on how y'all feel about the Nintendo Switch for the year 2018. Do y'all feel that it is justified for people to take their stocks out of Nintendo just because they kind of have a slow start of this year? I won't say a slow start. We are in the 7th month of this year, and all we got is mostly ports from the Wii U and Kirby. That's basically the only new game that came out this year. But, you know, of course, I have my issues with a 2D side scroller that running at 30 frames per second and having like 5 to 6 hours of content for $60. That's another video. But yeah, like, you know, as far as this first half of this year, like I say, it's been underwhelming with me. But with the E3 situation, it kind of gave more people more justification to take their stocks out because of, you know, 2019 not looking so promising. So y'all give me y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. The people that own the Wii U and the people that did not own the Wii U, how do y'all personally feel about Nintendo Switch of 2018 and 2019? And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna read them, and I want to know exactly how y'all feel, because y'all know how I feel. I just want to know how y'all guys feel. And after that, guys, I'm out here. Take it easy and peace out.